Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Prepare yourselves because today we are diving into a filing that reads less like a business report and more like a legal drama unfolding for GPB Holdings II. LP, get ready for a wild ride as we try to make sense of what is happening behind the scenes. So what exactly are we looking at here? Well, this is an 8K filing with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or CSE. Think of it as a current report where companies have to quickly tell the public about major events. But this one for GPB Holdings II, a limited partnership, is not your typical business update. The date of this report is the 20th of October 2025. Now, normally an 8K would tell us about big deals or new executives, but GPB Holdings III is in a very unusual situation. They have sold pretty much everything they owned and are now under a receivership. That means a court has appointed someone to manage the company's affairs because things have gone seriously sideways. The company was originally incorporated in Delaware, and its commission file number is a string of zeros followed by 56,442. Their IRS employer identification number is also a long string of digits. This is the standard legal boilerplate that tells us where the company is registered and its official identification. Their main phone number, the one you typically call for information about the company, is 877-489-8484. However, much of the action here isn't about usual business calls. Now, something interesting to note is that there are no securities registered for this company on any stock exchange. This means it is not a publicly traded company in the usual sense. Let's get to the heart of this filing. Item 8.01 is about other events. Here is where the story really picks up. As previously disclosed in their earlier reports, GPB Holdings II LP has sold off almost all its assets. The company is now in receivership. This means a US District Court in New York appointed a receiver to manage the company's collapse and wind down its operations. Because of this receivership situation, the CC has allowed GPB Holdings DEC LP to take a modified reporting approach. Instead of filing regular quarterly and annual reports, those are the 10Q and 10K forms we often cover. They are filing the actual reports they submit to the court in the receivership process as their official SEC filings. So this 8K is essentially forwarding a court document. Specifically on the 20th of October 2025, the court-appointed receiver filed a status report. This report covers the period up to the 30th of September 2025. This document is what is attached as Exhibit 99.1 to this 8K filing. It gives us insight into what is happening with the company's remaining assets and liabilities under court supervision. The filing also points us to where we can get more information about this receivership. Epic Corporate Restructuring LLC is handling claims and notifications. They are known as the claims agent. If you want to see court filings or orders related to this case, you can find them on the claims agent's website. This is where investors and anyone with a claim can check on the progress. Epic is essentially the administrator of the bankruptcy, or in this case, the receivership. They are making sure that all parties involved are informed and that the court's orders are followed. Now, every corporate filing includes a cautionary note about forward-looking statements. This is a legal disclaimer. They are saying that any statements about future expectations, like when distributions might be paid out or how claims will be resolved, are just their current best guesses. These are not guarantees because things are uncertain and could change. The actual results could be very different from what they are predicting. This is especially important in a situation like this where the company is essentially liquidating. There is another critical warning here regarding the financial and other information in that attached status report. The filing stresses that this information was not prepared for investment decisions. It is for court purposes only, and it is unaudited. This means it has not gone through the rigorous checks that public companies usually have for their financial statements. So we should be very cautious about drawing firm conclusions from it as an investor would. Finally, we get to item 9.01, which covers exhibits. This tells us what documents are attached. The main exhibit is 99.1, which is that crucial status report for the quarter ending the 30th of September 2025. This is the document that was filed with the New York court. Then there is Exhibit 104, which is the cover page in an interactive data format. This allows for easier machine reading of the report's key details. The signature section is where the company formally signs off on the report. It is authorized by Robert Schmiel, who is listed as the Chief Executive Officer and dated the 21st of November 2025. It is interesting that the CEO is still signing off on this report even as the company is in receivership. This likely signifies his role in overseeing the winding down process under the receiver's ultimate direction. Now let's talk about what this all means. GPB Holdings II LP is not a company you'd invest in today. It is a company that has essentially ceased to operate as a going concern. It has sold off its assets and is now in a legal process to distribute what is left to creditors and potentially any remaining investors. The attached status report is our only window into the financial state of this liquidation. While it is unaudited and not for investment decisions, it will show us how much is left to distribute and how the process is progressing. The fact that a receiver is involved means there were likely significant financial troubles or allegations that led to court intervention. The key points here is that the company is gone, and this filing is merely a formality to report on the ongoing legal process of closing its doors. The risks are immense and inherent to any company in receivership. The main opportunity, if you can call it that, is for the stakeholders to recover some portion of their investment. The clear conclusion is that GPB Holdings the CLP as an operating entity is finished. Alright, that is our breakdown of GPB Holdings ELP's latest filing. What is your take on this situation, and what do you think it implies for companies that end up in receivership? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this decoding was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out the Discord link in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching. See.